Good morning, and welcome to your AI Daily Press Morning Podcast for June 28, 2025. We have a comprehensive overview of the latest developments in global conflicts for you today. Firstly, tensions between Iran, Israel, and the United States remain high. Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, has disputed U.S. claims of a successful operation against Iranian nuclear facilities, saying the strikes did not accomplish anything significant. This contradicts assessments from U.S. officials, who described the mission as a historic success. In related news, the conflict between Israel and Iran remains volatile, with threats of renewed conflict despite a fragile ceasefire agreed upon earlier this week. The international community is watching with concern as Iran has also approved a bill to end cooperation with the International Atomic Energy Agency, potentially complicating international oversight of its nuclear activities. Meanwhile, in Ukraine, diplomatic efforts continue amidst ongoing fighting on the ground. The European Union has extended sanctions on Russia for another 6 months, and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has urged the European Council to send a clear message supporting Ukraine's bid to join the EU. However, Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban has reiterated his opposition to Ukraine's EU accession. In a surprising move, South Korea's spy agency has revealed that North Korea plans to send more troops to Russia to assist in its war against Ukraine. This development has raised concerns about the potential for further escalation. As we navigate these complex and evolving conflicts, it is essential to prioritize diplomacy, transparency, and cooperation. The AI Daily Press will continue to provide in-depth coverage and analysis to help our readers stay informed. That's all for now. Thank you for tuning into the AI Daily Press Morning Podcast. We'll be back with more updates and insights throughout the day. And remember, for the latest news, insights, and analysis on global events, subscribe to our newsletter, or now, for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
Thank you, Walter. Firstly, in Kenya, protests have erupted following the government's announcement to switch to a parliamentary system, which many see as a power grab by the long-standing ruling family. Thousands of young people have taken to the streets, demanding greater freedoms, better economic opportunities, and an end to corruption. Secondly, in the UK, Prime Minister Starmer is facing a rebellion within his own party over proposed welfare reforms. The controversy has raised questions about the Prime Minister's leadership and his ability to navigate complex policy issues. Experts warn that the potential consequences of pushing vulnerable individuals into poverty could have long-term effects on the economy and society as a whole. Lastly, in West Africa, Togo is witnessing widespread protests against the government of President Faure Gnassingbe. The demonstrations, led by disillusioned youth, are a response to the recent switch to a parliamentary system which grants the president unlimited term limits. The international community is watching the situation closely, with concerns about regional stability and the potential implications for democratic institutions. These stories and more will be covered in depth throughout the day on the AI Daily Press. Now, for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. Firstly, we have an update on the Indian non-banking financial company sector. Industar Capital Finance has announced its plans to acquire ICC Home Finance, while Axis Bank is exploring external funding options, including an IPO for its subsidiary, Axis Finance. This move is seen as a strategic decision to unlock value and raise capital for future growth. Secondly, Jim Zelter, president of Apollo Global Management, shared his insights on the current state of the global economy in an exclusive interview with Bloomberg Surveillance. He emphasized the importance of maintaining the Federal Reserve's independence, citing concerns that political interference could undermine the economy. Zelter also highlighted the U.S.'s unique strengths, including its innovative spirit and robust financial system. Lastly, we have a development in the potential acquisition of 7-Eleven's Japanese parent company, 7 & I Holdings Company, by Canadian convenience store giant Couche-Tard. CEO Alex Miller has expressed optimism about the deal, citing a speedier timeline due to the signing of a non-disclosure agreement and the compilation of a portfolio of U.S. stores for potential sale. These stories are sure to have significant implications for investors, businesses, and the economy as a whole. We'll be keeping a close eye on these developments and providing updates and analysis throughout the day. That's all for now. Thank you for tuning in to the AI Daily Press morning podcast. Stay informed, and we'll catch you up on the latest news and trends after this break. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, NASA's Artemis program is making significant strides with the development of new booster technology. Despite a recent test firing experiencing an unexpected issue with the nozzle, the team remains confident in their ability to address this problem and move forward. With talented individuals like Patrick Junon at the helm, the possibilities for space exploration seem endless. In other news, a fireball was spotted blazing across the sky in the southeastern United States yesterday, leaving a trail of wonder and curiosity in its wake. Scientists have confirmed that the phenomenon was a meteor burning up in the Earth's atmosphere, estimated to be about 2 feet in diameter and weighing over a ton. Fortunately, no damage or injuries were reported. Lastly, astronomers have made a groundbreaking discovery, detecting molecular activity in the largest known Oort cloud comet, Bernard-Donnelly-Bernstein. This colossal comet is currently hurtling towards the inner solar system, erupting with jets of gas and dust as it draws closer to the sun. With its massive size and remarkable activity, scientists will have a unique opportunity to study its composition and behavior up close, gaining valuable insights into the early formation and evolution of our solar system. That's all for today's podcast. Thank you for joining us, and we'll continue to bring you updates on these developing stories as more information becomes available. Until next time, keep looking up at those stars. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. I'm your host, Howard. Today, we're discussing some exciting developments in the world of sports. First, we have Saquon Barkley, the NFL running back who's drawing inspiration from golf legend Tiger Woods as he strives to become the first player in NFL history to achieve consecutive 2,000-yard rushing seasons. It's a fascinating story about the power of athletic excellence and the lasting impact of Woods' legacy on athletes across various disciplines. We're also talking college football, specifically the Alabama Crimson Tide, who are building on their success with promising young players like defensive lineman Keon Keeley and top prospect Xavier Crowell. According to sources within the program, Keeley is poised for a breakout season in 2024, and Crowell is expected to be a major contributor to the team's offense. And finally, we want to give a shout-out to our friends over at CBS Sports for their excellent reporting on the Crimson Tide's recruiting class and prospects for the upcoming season. It's still early days, folks, but based on what we're hearing, it looks like the Crimson Tide is poised for another strong season. We'll be back with more news and analysis after this break. Now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curel.
Thank you, Howard. In our recent editions, we've explored stories that highlight the importance of human connection, compassion, and kindness in our daily lives. We began with a discussion on people-first leadership, featuring the inspiring story of Tom, who prioritizes trust, empathy, and human connection in his approach to leadership. His example reminds us that true leadership is not about control or power, but about showing up for others, creating space for growth, and demonstrating humility. We also shared the heart-wrenching yet uplifting story of Eric and Dennis, a couple who found themselves navigating a difficult journey with lung cancer. Their experience was transformed by the kindness and compassion of a nurse named Sherry, who went above and beyond to care for them. This story reminds us of the extraordinary impact one person can have on another's life, and the importance of empathy and understanding in our daily interactions. Finally, we reflected on the intersection of the ordinary and the extraordinary in our everyday lives, where moments of profound beauty and meaning can emerge from the most challenging circumstances. These stories invite us to slow down, appreciate the beauty in the everyday, and recognize the power of individual connections to touch our hearts and minds. As we start our day, let's take a moment to appreciate the kindness of strangers, the importance of human connection, and the impact we can have on one another's lives. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the heart of compassion, kindness, and leadership. Until next time, good morning, and may you always find comfort in the kindness of others. Now, for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. First up, we're saying goodbye to a beloved actor, Rick Hurst, who played the iconic Deputy Cletus Hogg on The Dukes of Hazzard. We'll take a moment to appreciate his contributions to the entertainment industry and share some fond memories of his time on the show. Next, we're shifting gears to the world of heavy metal, where Iron Maiden is still rocking out after all these years. Their Run to the Hills tour is underway, with new drummer Simon Dawson behind the kit, and we've got the scoop on what you can expect from their epic set list. And finally, in fashion news, we're talking concert style, specifically what to wear to an Iron Maiden show. I've got my eye on some fabulous black leather jackets that are perfect for headbanging the night away. Whoa! That's all for now, folks. Now, for the latest in nature and environment, here is David to Nature.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, we explore the concept of naturalistic screen planting, a technique gaining popularity in Australia, particularly in Sydney. By using indigenous trees, shrubs and climbers, landscape architects are creating beautiful and functional screens that provide privacy while supporting local biodiversity. Next, we delve into the world of evolutionary biology, where researchers have discovered that wild ash trees are rapidly evolving resistance to the devastating ash dieback fungus. This breakthrough study offers new hope for the long-term survival of these iconic trees and highlights the importance of preserving genetic diversity in tree populations. Lastly, we discuss a thought-provoking article on the potential for humans to support the natural recovery of ash trees by promoting sustainable forestry practices, reducing the spread of invasive species, and conserving genetic diversity. We also touch on the idea that humans can play a role in supporting local ecosystems through innovative approaches like naturalistic screen planting. These stories showcase the intricate relationships between nature, human innovation, and conservation. Join us as we continue to explore these topics and more throughout the day. That's all for now. And that completes our morning podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until this evening, I'm David at Nature for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.